this is Bits and Pieces, the official podcast of Component Supply. I'm Kristin.
And I'm Mark.
And today we're excited because we are giving you a sneak peek of our new capabilities tour video that we did over the summer. Mark is probably less than thrilled that I even had him do a video.
For someone who worked really hard to keep their digital footprint at non-existent, I feel like I'm seeing myself everywhere. I don't like myself. So.
How else are we supposed to tell people how awesome we are
I feel like there's
if we don't show them who we are?
Better qualified.
Well, anyways, Mark's such a good sport. He let us do this capabilities tour, whether he wanted to or not. He let it happen. But we're really excited. We know we're kind of out of the way. We're in Tennessee. A lot of you can't use the resources to come to our facility and see what we're all about. So we wanted to bring a little bit of it to you. So this is just a really quick video to just kind of high-level view of our capabilities. So we're going to show it to you, then we're going to kind of talk about it a little bit more in depth.
It's like the director's cut.
Yeah, it's like the director's cut. That's exactly it. Okay, so we're going to watch. Ready? Go.
Welcome to Component Supply. Let me show you what we do. Component Supply put in its own straightening operation to control our wire raw material to keep our lead times as short as possible. Centerless grinding is an important capability, whether it's used for stocking our online store or for meeting customer-specific requirements. While we've always had manual processes for fabricating tubing and wire, we also have automated equipment for taper profiles and tip grinding. In order to bridge the gap between prototypes and mid-size production, we also have ECG burr-free cutting. We still do a lot of manual work here at Component Supply to meet customers' demands for prototypes. This includes manual cutting, informing, coating removal, and bending. We also have laser welding capabilities here for assemblies and welded needles. People ask us what we do here at Component Supply, and we try to keep it really simple. We supply components, but they're not just components. All the capabilities that we just saw, we use those every day to produce quality components so you can change the world.
All right, so tell me, we do highs and lows and buffaloes sometimes. So like your high of this video, the low of this video, and a buffalo for you of like making this tour, and then we'll talk about capabilities.
Okay, so I mean the high is when you look at it, I'm here every day, but more than I should be.
Accurate.
And so I see it every day. I walk around, and not that it's not impressive, but when you go through that and you see kind of all that we do, and there's a lot of stuff hidden there, right? We're just standing in front of all the shrink tubing. Mm-hmm. We blow past all the filtration and mesh material we have.
There's nothing with the fittings and needles.
That's right. Yeah. So you kind of just it's impressive. So kind of the high is to look and say, goodness gracious, we kind of we are all that. Thanks for reminding me, Mark. So I think that's the high. Mm-hmm. The guy that did it, he and his wife, they did a fantastic job. Mm-hmm. Just kind of capturing who we are. I think that's the other thing about
just
that.
Just had a new baby came and took time. We were willing to push it out more and more. We had to push it out for some personnel reasons prior, just people traveling and things like that. We wanted to make sure we had the people that we needed to be able to experience it, and so they were so gracious to do it with little baby.
But I mean, they just they were able to understand who we were and our culture and kind of capture that. So I think that's the high. The low, is probably more along the lines of just you can't talk about everything. We covered. We specifically kind of targeted tubing and wire, which is the lion's share of what we do from capabilities and fabrication. But there's a lot of other fabrication we do, especially on the kind of the crazy custom. People sending us drawings for a grooved mandrel. We're having to put a groove down the middle of or down the length of wire. Just stuff like that you can't really capture within a reasonable amount of time. So I think that's the low. Is there's so much more, and we weren't able to do it.
You can give the high level, but you can't You can't really get into it. I mean, the goal was to give a quick tour in like a minute. I think it's a minute 10 or a minute 20 seconds. Pretty quick, but
yeah. So I think in the Buffalo, I think you could aptly name that like the also and. I don't realize how many times I use the word also on a daily basis, but I must use it a lot. Because
I had proposed doing an entire campaign around we also do because it is like we used to do a couple things or we didn't promote certain things because we don't know if we want to get into all that. And as we've grown, we also do this. We also ship the same day. Yeah, we also weld. We also so I see no problem with that.
Well, you do it. I'd love to say that took us, it was a minute-long video, and it took us, 12 minutes to walk around and do everything. But the truth is, I'm still working on my acting skills. Like my agent's got some people coming in to do some like training and coaching. Yeah. But that literally took all day to pull that off. Like I'm not.
He did more than just that video, but yes, it is.
So but you don't think about it. Like you do this, and then you walk in, and they're like, okay, start recording.
Right.
And you're like, I mean, we also do that thing. And then at the end, you realize, oh my gosh, I said also 14 times. That's insane.
I think it's great because it's kind of what you do. I mean, we wanted it to feel like, you were in our shop getting a tour from Mark, but you only had, a couple minutes. We wanted to be respectful of your time. So that was what it was supposed to feel like. So hopefully it did the trick.
What about yours?
Yeah, for me, my high, I think we have very few people that I think came to our facility in 2017 when we first moved in. Mm-hmm. And we would joke, even with all of our inventory and everything, we had moved from such a small facility into this nice big facility we have now that it looked like we had been robbed. Like our shelves were empty. It felt like we didn't have anything once we moved because we got a much bigger space. And so I think that just seeing the growth, there's not an empty shelf. Really right now. Like we have space to grow still, but as far as the shelves that are built, the floor space, we've got space for machines, but it's getting packed out there, And so I think that's just so encouraging to see that we've grown our team, we've grown our capabilities, we've grown our inventory. And I think just getting like a 1 minute little snapshot into that is just really cool to see. Because over the span of the years that we've been here, 8.5 years that we've been in this facility, it's easy to forget where you came from. And so I love that you can get that quick glimpse of like, oh yeah, that is a lot. Like we have grown a lot in these years. Low. Maybe what you said, just you could have had 5 other and also moments.
Yeah, right, yeah.
We also do. And so, not just getting to showcase everything. So, I hope that for this video, it just kind of sparks your imagination of what Component Supply can do. We're not limited to what we talked about in the video. That's just the tip of the iceberg. It's kind of like our online store. Like we love the online store. We think it's a great service to R&D, but we don't want that to be where you stop. We want you to test it out, try the material, see what works for you. And then what else can we do? We also do. We can move into that space. And so then my Buffalo, I think it is kind of funny. We talk about this stuff all of the time, but there is something kind of, even though we now do a podcast, it's still kind of funny to have your, have to do it for the camera.
Oh
there's some level of nervousness that's different from having a person there. And it's just funny how we kind of are like, wait, what am I supposed to say? Or, we have another video that we're going to post in a couple weeks, and we have more of us being interviewed, and it's some of us get really nervous, some of us are okay, but I think it's funny how the camera makes a difference to how you respond.
That one captures a little more of our culture, which I like.
Yes,
I like to show that.
Yeah, this one.
No, the other one. They
you get some glimpses.
Some of the culture. This really is just sort of like here's kind of what we do.
Yeah. Well, and we do like your team. Like I, as your marketing person, like I appreciate that you let us do that, even though I know that was a little out of your comfort zone. And I hope that those of you listening and watching, appreciate getting to see a glimpse. We'd love for you to see it in person sometime. If you're ever in Tennessee, we'd love to give you the tour. We'd love for you to bring your drawings and talk about specifically how we can help you with your tube and wire capabilities. And even if with other materials, your mesh products or fittings, or if you need some help working those things through, we now have a space where you can come and work. That has not always been the case. And so we just welcome you to schedule a visit with any of your reps that work with you at Component Supply. You've got, Stacy, Stephanie, Courtney, Kelly, Kristin, Mark, like anyone that you work with, just email us and we'll set it up. We're excited to get to show you what we do. Anything else you want to add?
No.
All right.
I like that.
Now go change the world.